What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Bass Journey. I'm your host, Action Jackson. Today we're going to be doing a review for the Harley Benton MV-4JB 2024 version. Alright, so the Harley Benton MV-4JB, I got mine in shell pink. This is an awesome bass, and I'm going to read the specs off to you guys so that you can see what you're getting for the low price of $208 plus shipping and handling. So this bass comes with an alder body, which I think is an awesome feature to have on a bass at this price point. A lot of times when you pay about $200 for a bass, companies tend to use poplar as a tone wood, and if you're not into the tone wood conversation, then I completely understand. But I am in that conversation, and I think that alder is an awesome tone wood to be using, especially on a bass at this price point. Alright, so next we have a caramelized Canadian sycamore maple neck with a rosacer skunk stripe. Now, I've never actually heard of rosacer before, but this neck feels amazing, so I'm assuming that this is a good wood to be using on bass necks. We also have the Laurel fingerboard. Now, if you guys know me, I actually prefer genuine rosewood to be used for fingerboard material, but it's super expensive to use that nowadays, and so that's why, you don't really see that material being used on bass necks at this price point anymore. So I'm okay with the Laurel. It does feel nice. Like I said, the neck does feel amazing. We have perloid block fingerboard inlays, which I think is an awesome feature to have on a bass at this price point. I think that the block inlays just make a bass look so classy and vintage, and so hats off to Harley Benton for using block inlays for this instrument. We have a D neck profile, which I don't normally feel one way or the other about D-shaped necks as opposed to C-shaped necks, but I will say that this bass neck does feel a little bit beefier than, say, a Fender jazz bass would normally feel. It is a 38mm nut width, so it is the same width, but it does feel beefier, and I'm assuming that's because of the D neck profile. We have a matching headstock. I just want to put a point in this. Awesome feature to have on a bass, especially at this price point. Companies like Fender, for some reason, they just never ever give people a matching headstock, and there are companies who do this at this price point, so I don't understand why you don't see this more often, especially at this price point. But the matching headstock definitely gives this bass a look that is just superb and above average. So another hats off to Harley Benton for giving us a matching headstock at this price point. We have fluorescent neck markings. Now, this is also an interesting feature to have on a bass because apparently the fluorescent neck markings allows you to see them under dark stage lights. So if you're on stage and the lighting is a little bit dark, you should still be able to see like where you're at on the neck. And so that's another awesome feature to have on a bass at any price point, but specifically a $200 price point. That's awesome. So we have a double action truss rod with an adjustment wheel. The truss rod is actually toward the bottom of the neck, which I think is awesome as opposed to being towards the headstock because it gives you way easier access to do your truss rod adjustments. And this is a really awesome feature to have. I'm actually super surprised that they have this available at a $200 price point. So another hats off to Harley Benton for that feature. We have a 305 millimeter fingerboard radius, a 34-inch scale, so it's full scale. The nut width is 38 millimeters, which is typically what you find on most standard jazz basses. But like I said, the neck does feel a bit beefier, and that's probably because of the D neck profile. The nut is made from white graphite, which I think is just awesome. This nut is probably going to last you a while. It's cool that they're not just using some cheap plastic. We have 20 premium medium 2.9 millimeter nickel silver frets. When the bass came, it didn't have any sharp fret edges, and I'm not really getting much of any fret buzz on the instrument. So, you know. Now for pickups, we have HBZ custom wound pickups, Alnico 5 bridge, and Alnico 5 neck. They are single coil pickups, so you will get a little bit of static, but it's not too bad. And I do want to say that these pickups are awesome. Like, these pickups sound so good. I cannot believe that Harley Benton is able to put out an instrument that sounds this good at this price point. Like, it's really an amazing feat. You know, I've become a big Harley Benton fan, especially after playing this bass. And you know what I'm going to say next? The amount of harmonic range you get from this bass. We have 2 volumes and 1 tone control, as you would see on most jazz basses. A 3-ply parchment pick guard. Don't have much to say about that, but the pick guard does look very nice, so I will say that. We have a Sung 2 WB-40CR bridge with brass saddles. Now, this is also an awesome feature. The brass saddles, you know, it's really going to prevent the bridge from having wear and tear. The bridge works superbly. And I would say that you do not have to replace this bridge. You know, they did not cut corners when it came to features and hardware on this bass. So if you were wondering if they were cutting corners, I promise you they are not. The brass saddles look phenomenal, and they just look so classy. Such an awesome instrument. We have HB die-cast 22 machine heads. By the way, the tuners on this are absolutely amazing. Like, seriously, I got this bass and I tuned it, and I did not have to retune it for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Like, I cannot believe that the tuners are so nice. I will say that they are slightly heavier than I would like them to be. Now, I'm not really getting any neck dive, but I just personally like super light tuners. So if you wanted that, you could switch them out. But honestly, you don't have to switch out anything on this bass. These tuners are just super nice. They just feel so smooth when you're tuning your instrument. And again, I can't believe that they could give you something like this at this price point, you know. So shout out to Harley Benton again. Now for strings, the stock strings that come on this bass are 105 to 45 D'Addario XL strings. The strings sound phenomenal. You know, I've never actually played D'Addario strings before, but I like them. You know, I do like them. I typically play Ernie Ball strings or Silvertone strings, but these strings are really nice. They might have actually made me a fan by accident. We have chrome hardware, and the color, of course, is shell pink, which the finish on this bass is so sexy. Oh my god. Like, the bass just looks phenomenal. Like, I really can't find anything wrong with this bass. I really can't. And like my brother said to me, it should be illegal for them to be able to make a bass that's this nice at this price. I've played a $2,000 GNL jazz bass, and that's probably the nicest feeling bass that I've ever played. And I would put this Harley Benton bass about 1 tier below that $2,000 bass. Like, there's no reason that this Harley Benton should feel as good as it does. The neck just feels so nice. And to be honest with you, ever since I got it, it's the only bass that I play now, you know? Like, I cannot say enough good things about this bass. You know, they're on back order right now, so you would have to pre-order them. And it's going to take about 12 to 15 weeks for them to get it to you because they are out of stock right now. I'm lucky that I got mine as a birthday gift, and the bass came in less than a week. Like, seriously, the bass came in like 4 days, which I thought was crazy because it's coming all the way from Germany. And it came packaged really well. And yeah, this is just an awesome instrument. Let's check out some sounds. So there we have it, the Harley Benton MV-4JB. I'm going to give this bass 5 strings out of 5. Honestly, this is an awesome bass. I cannot say enough good things about this instrument. I cannot believe that for $200 you can get a bass that is this amazing. Honestly, like, this is the only bass I've been playing out of all my basses ever since I got it. And I could not be happier with this instrument. You know, the bass showed up in about a week. It took less than a week. It took about 4 or 5 days for this bass to come in the mail. After shipping and handling, it was about $295. And I do not think you can get a better instrument at this price point. Like, there's absolutely no way you can get a better instrument. So, yeah. You know, the matching headstock, the cream binding, all the features on this instrument, you know, honestly is what I think would come on a boutique instrument. This is an awesome bass, seriously. If you want one, I would suggest you jump on it now, get your pre-order. I do think it's worth the pre-order. You know, straight out of the box, it came set up, didn't have to adjust the truss rod, didn't have to adjust the string height, and I just don't think you could ask for a better instrument. You know, I really don't. I'm a P bass player at heart, and this bass right here, this jazz bass, I think this is going to be my main bass, even for the project that I have with my band. So yeah, this has been the Bass Journey. Thank you for tuning in. I do read my comments, so let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And don't forget, it's all part of the journey.